Was Jesus a martyr?
Was Jesus a martyr? Okay, so that's a pretty good question. Jesus was obviously killed,
Yep.
for what he believed, and specifically about what he believed about himself. Right? He believed he was Messiah, right, Son of God, and so he was obviously killed for that. Would I say Jesus was a martyr? It's interesting because they're wanting, like, the Pharisees and Sadducees, the Herodians, everyone that got together that were like, we want to see this guy killed, right? They were upset and they wanted him killed because they thought he was blaspheming, right? Because he was saying things that alluded to him being the Messiah, that he was God, Son of God, and they were like, no way, this is not. We're killing you for making false claims. So he was put, because he went through trial and all of that stuff. And so he was really being killed for what they believed were him making blasphemous claims.
Right.
And that's why, above, Jesus, it was, King of the Jews, right? Because that was the idea of, hey, you think you're the king of the Jews.
Sarcasm.
Right. Sarcasm. Or Caesar going, or excuse me, not Caesar, but Pontius Pilate saying, well, this is the charge that's been laid against you. Right. Right. And Jesus doesn't deny it. This is all right. I am. And so, anyway, so he's killed. So he's a martyr, I guess you would say, in the sense that, yes, he was a martyr because he was killed for who he claimed to be, which was true, actually.
Okay.
But I don't know if you would say he's like obviously he wouldn't be like a Christian martyr, since for Christians, all of our faith is in following Jesus, the Messiah.
But that was his last name.
Well, no, not a last name. And a lot of people fake that. It was actually a title, right?
Okay.
So the word Christ means Messiah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I don't know. That's a good question. It's a good question. I can see people answering it both ways.
So you don't have an answer for this?
No, I think, I wouldn't say he was a martyr, again, in the sense of like, he's not a martyr in the sense of like, for Christians, because of what we believe in, but I guess he would be a martyr because he is dying for what he believes to be true. Now, again,
but he was also trying to die.
Well,
he came
to die.
He came to die.
Right. He knew death was going to be the end result.
Right.
Right. I mean, and even prophesies about it, right? Like,
but then he came back to life, so it didn't count.
Right.
So he's not a martyr.
Did he undid the martyrdom when he came back?
Okay. So even if it did happen, it doesn't matter.